Hey guys, it's John. To all of y'all that are still locked down under quarantine, this video is for you. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of us that have really taken nature for granted. Alabama's yet to go into stay-at-home order lockdown, so I'm enjoying what I can of the beautiful scenery here in Alabama. This is actually one of my favorite spots, and I kind of want to share it with y'all in case you haven't been able to get out lately. It is beautiful out here. There's quite a few things that I've been wanting to talk about. I've been seeing a lot of things happening that are putting a lot of people's livelihoods in jeopardy, and there's really not much being done about it. It's really unfortunate, but I think we are finding our limits with the modality that we were born into. I would kind of consider myself an empathic person. I often pick up the moods or feelings that the people I'm around are putting out, and lately it's been draining. I gotta tell you, the turmoil that has pervaded society as of late, we still really don't know what the final result is going to be. However, we can decide what it is. I've been putting a lot of thought into ways that we can help more people by doing less. That sounds really strange. As a lot of us are spending a lot of time inside, I think it's worth mentioning how difficult a time that we can have not getting out in nature. And it's kind of funny how far we seem to have grown apart from what feeds our spirit. You know, y'all, it's like we each have a light in us that some of us may have had no other choice but to neglect as we tried to build our lives. And honestly, this inner light may be the most important part of us. So why do we have such trouble trying to nurture it? You know, when I look at this, I really don't see it as our fault. We've been subjected to pretty extensive psychological manipulation through just about every medium there is. And it's easy to see how people could lose themselves in that. And I don't know about y'all, but I've tried just about everything to fix the way that I feel, and I understand now that there is no external thing that can fix how you feel internally. And as we sit in quarantine, practicing social distancing and being forced to sit with ourselves, you know, it's kind of funny discovering just how discontent we are with things and how we can't sit still. There's a lot of people with their livelihoods and their lives up in the air right now, due to the response that our elected leaders have implemented. It's become increasingly evident that we can't keep putting our trust and faith in the hands of people whose track records have repeatedly shown that they're only going to serve themselves. I don't want to talk about what really got us here because I don't think that'll do any good. What I'd like to do is talk about where we all are, some ideas that I have that I really feel like could help all of us, and I want to make a series of videos outlining these ideas, explaining them, and maybe by the time this is over we can all jump on board. Who knows? You know, when it comes to careers and jobs, I've been a lot of things. And no matter what I did, I was never happy. I found myself sacrificing more and more to try to achieve minimal security. It's amazing how conditioned we've been to be busy, that now with the world on lockdown, many of us are waiting on help from our elected leaders, and it's become apparent just how dependent we have made ourselves on these decision makers that don't often make the best decisions in regards to everybody's care. But I've been thinking hard about ways that we can shorten each other's roads and I want to share some ideas with y'all, one in this video, and I'm going to try to space it out and include one idea in each of these videos I'm making. Since so many people are at risk of losing their place of living since they're not allowed to work and they're still being charged rent and they don't have savings, we could be facing a mass homelessness epidemic around the corner if we don't take drastic action. And the whole modality of rent has been getting to me for a long time, and it's crazy how much money people around the world churn out every single month just to have a place to sleep, go to the bathroom, shower, cook. So what is being done for these people for whom they don't have anything else? They don't have a leg to stand on. They don't have family. My idea is to ergonomically design sustainable eco-villages that can include solar, water filtration. You can recycle waste through fish filtration. You can have on-site organic gardens that are high yield and low space. We can do everything better, and I think that we should. The way I see the world operating, at least prior to the quarantine, was in a way that kind of gridlocked people. And what I see as a systemic problem that we can fix with this idea is we're so often focused on just providing ourselves with amenities. Across the world, it's pretty much every person for themselves, and it motivates us to do on behalf of ourselves, even if it's at the expense of others. And since we are all living on the same planet, to disenfranchise or harm or inhibit somebody else's situation for the benefit of your own is ultimately going to affect yours as well. But I want to find a way to get the best minds in the world, create the best designs, ergonomically do everything the best that we can, cut the red tape, build these things to last, and we can solve everybody's issues. I'm imagining facilities and eco-villages, homesteads that can have design studios, art studios, wood shops, blacksmithing shops, painting studios, farm-to-table restaurants. I know a lot of people's worry about an idea like this is, if I go to this place, how am I going to earn money? There are a ton of ways to make money when the rest of your time is freed up. We can repurpose and rescue discarded materials to make into crafts. We can sell art. We can grow hemp. Like, the possibilities are limitless. But providing people with a way to live that better meets their needs and lightens the burden on their shoulders, like, why wouldn't everybody want that? And since this idea isn't really profit incentivized, the only way that I think it's going to get accomplished is through a crowdfund. And that's probably the only way these other ideas are going to get accomplished too. Because if you can't make money on it in today's paradigm, it can't happen. But if the paradigm needs to change, maybe this can be the introduction that steers us in that direction. But honestly, y'all, I know times are hard right now. I know it's easy to get into dark places that it can be hard to get out of. But please just understand that everything is okay. As long as we take precautions, practice unconditional positive regard for others, and do what the science says. Not necessarily our leaders, but the science. We are going to have a much better outcome than anything else we could possibly do. But I want to extend my love to you and tell you that I care. Even if you haven't heard from anybody in a while, if you've been locked up in your room, you think nobody's thinking about you, I am. I'm thinking about everybody. And there's a lot of other people that are too. There is nothing more valuable than us. And I think the fork in the road that society is coming to is going to force us to make that distinction or fade. Please, if you want to chat, collaborate, discuss, share ideas, please reach out to me on Facebook, Reddit, Insta, I don't care. My name is Jonathan Buckhalter. Please reach out to me, talk with me. If you're lonely, I'm here for you. We need to be here for each other in order for things to change. And it can start with us. I love you. Be well. And until next time.